As you all can tell by now, I love working out and I spend a lot of time building my body up. But what many of you don't know is I'm also an avid reader and I spend even more time trying to build up my mind. What's up everyone? David here, and got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel are Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. Now right away, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Many of you, based on how illiterate you sound, I could tell you lied on your reading log growing up. I already know you faked your mom's signature on your reading log in elementary saying, yeah, I read my 20 pages. Yeah, I read my 20 minutes a day. Here's the summary of this book I read. Man, the way some of y'all are speaking now, I can tell you don't know how to read. But it's a good thing. Now's your time. Now that you recognize that problem, start reading, okay? Spend a little bit less time on Netflix, spend a little bit less time scrolling, and actually start reading, start learning, okay? Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. Here's what I'm really trying to say. A lot of you are spending so much time on social media, Netflix, pretty much watching things that realistically, what are you going to get out of it? Can you learn anything from it? Whatever your favorite show is, whoever your favorite influencer is, after watching their content, what are you going to get out of it? Is there anything that you could apply in your life? Chances are, probably not. But here's the thing. Do you need to start reading books? I say no. What I do say is you need to start learning. You got to start consuming the right type of content, which can be from social media, as long as it's the right people and the right concepts. But here's the thing. You don't always have to read book. Don't be fooled by any of these entrepreneurs, any of these influencers, any of these lifestyle coaches, whatever it may be, saying that you need to start reading, you need to do your 20 pages a day. That's not necessarily the case. If you don't like reading or you struggle with reading, like I said, some of you lied growing up and didn't actually read the way your elementary school teacher told you to every night, that's okay. What you can do, listen to podcasts, okay? Me personally, I just so happen to actually like reading, all right? I'm very well versed. I love to read. I read pretty fast. That's just me personally, but that's just my preference. But lately, I've been taking a little bit of a step back from the reading and I've been delving more into podcasts. So at the end of the day, I'm still learning, okay? I'm still intaking content. I'm still intaking life advice, money advice, mindset, muscle, whatever it may be, any genre of self-improvement. I'm still intaking it in here. Okay, I'm still trying to improve my mindset. But you know, it's not always through actually reading. Sometimes I don't have the time to read, and many of you don't either. So that's where podcasts come into play. Instead of just listening to music on the way to work or on the way back home, wherever I'm going, no, I'm gonna go ahead and put on a good podcast. I'm gonna learn whatever they have to say, whatever life advice they may have. Okay, I'm gonna intake that as well. So whatever works for you, works for you. Whether it be through books, okay, fine. Whether it be through podcasts, fine. Whether it actually be face-to-face, conversations, networking with someone who's in a position where you're trying to go, whatever you gotta do, do it. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna go ahead and talk specifically about books and what are the 3 key books that I believe you should be reading if you want to go ahead and change your mindset. Because we all love working out. Working out is the easy part. Lifting heavy metal circles, going to the gym, easy, without a doubt. Lifting 400 pounds, smooth. Reading though, building up this, that's going to take more time and dedication. You got to go ahead, have the brains to go with the gains. You got to have the mind to go with the brawn. So these 3 books right here, amongst the many, okay, this is just my personal opinion. These are going to be 3 good books to get you started, to really, get you going, really build up the way you look at life and the way you think, to really help you get you going in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Number 1, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Now, some of you, we already know David Goggins is be trending. He pretty much calls you a bitch and tells you how pathetic you are, which most of the time he's right. But why would I pick this one specifically? You can go ahead and read it. It's really interesting, especially the way that he's presenting, his upbringing and what he had to go through to where he's at right now. Real good motivational stuff. But here's my biggest interpretation of this book. And everyone's going to interpret it in different ways, but this is why I believe you should read this. After reading this book, you come to the conclusion that realistically, no matter what you're going through, you got to keep going. Okay, life is inevitable. Stuff is going to happen to you. Whether you like it or not, life is going to be coming at your way. What you can control, though, is not necessarily what gets thrown in your direction, but how you respond to it. And you got to keep pushing forward. Yeah, if you're going through a shitty circumstance, yeah, if you're going through a bad situation, okay, fine. You're not the only one going through it. You got to push through. All right, work past it instead of being a victim of your own mentality and staying there. That's one of the biggest concepts in this book. Don't have a victim mentality. Whatever it is that you're going through, push through it so you can get out of that situation. Another thing I took out of this book is someone always has it worse than you. If you read the stuff that he had to go through, no matter what it is that you're going through, whatever heartbreak, whatever situation, whatever bad circumstance you're in, look at what this guy had to go through. I'm pretty sure you can relate and say, yeah, maybe he has it worse. Maybe my problems aren't that big at the end of the day. So, regardless, whatever you're going through, push through it. You don't like where you're at, do something about it. You don't like the people that you're surrounding with, okay, separate yourself from them. Okay, you have a goal, work towards it. You're complaining about where you're at, well, you shouldn't be, because someone else is in an even worse situation, but they're finding a way to make it happen. They're finding a way to get past that, and that's something that you should be doing as well. So again, that's pretty much what I took out of this book. That's what I applied to my life. I definitely recommend that you read this. Now, let's just say by some miracle you actually do decide to read it. Trust me, you won't regret it. Now we're going to go ahead and follow it up. Second book, and ironically, his second book as well, never finished. Let's just say you read the first one. Okay, you took what you found in that book and you actually start applying it to your life. All right, perfect. I encourage that. I hope a lot of you actually start working towards your goal, and I hope you really do achieve your goals. I really do. I want to see everyone succeed. We all got to eat off the table, but sometimes you got to create your own table. Here's the thing though. What happens once you reach that goal? You were grinding day in, day out, making the necessary sacrifices, doing whatever it is that you had to do to get you in the position where you want to be. Okay, what happens once we get there? A lot of people, they start getting complacent. They start reaching their goals. They got that dream job. They got that spouse. They got married. They had a family. Whatever it may be, that whatever it is that they're trying to achieve, or they actually did achieve at this point, they don't know what's next. They got a little too complacent. They spent so many years and they think it finally paid off. And then once whatever that payoff is, they're living in the life, living in the moment, good. But that's the thing. You just get complacent. No, no, no. We got to continue going. Although you already reached one goal, okay, let's go straight into the next goal. Keep shooting even higher. And that's where this book comes in. Same author, David Goggins, never finished. And that's exactly how you should be. You're never finished. Whatever you achieve, no, that's not good enough. Let's just keep going further and further. Why would you stop? It's like many of you, when you're trying to go lift in the gym, you're benching 225. Why would you stop at 225? How about we go to 245, 255, 275, 315? Always shoot for more gains. Let's be honest. Once you have the physique that you feel comfortable with, do you just stop working out? And do you just automatically maintain that physique? Or do you keep going above and beyond? Do you keep pushing yourself in every workout as you go because you want to get better each time? Exactly. So why would you treat any other life endeavor any differently? Once you reach one goal, why would you just stop there? No, how about we start improving upon it? Are you a good boyfriend, a good girlfriend? Okay. Do you just stop there? Or do you find things to make your relationship even stronger? Okay. Are you a good businessman, businesswoman? Yeah. Okay. Are you making enough money right now? Yeah. Okay. Why would you stop? Are you good with the amount of money you're making right now? Or are you going to keep finding ways to make even more, to build up the brand even more, to build up the business even more? That's essentially what this book is. The biggest thing I took out of this is just pretty much just don't peak. Don't be a person that peaks at one point in their life. No. You're just continuing to shoot for new heights. You're never satisfied. You're never finished. You're always going to be striving for more. Once you reach one goal, okay, reach for the next one. Me, I met my goal when it came to deadlifts when I'm working out. Deadlift to 455. Am I happy with it? Yeah. But do I want to keep going? Yes. Why would I just stop there? Let's go ahead and shoot for more. Did I graduate college? Yes. Was that the goal? Yes. But would I stop there? No. All right. Now let's find a good lifelong career where I could apply everything I learned and make something of myself. You see, always shooting for even more. That's definitely something I could agree upon with this book. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I would recommend it. I don't want any of you all to peak. I don't want you all to be satisfied. Although, yes, good job. You reached your goal. You made something of yourself. You're on the steps to becoming successful. You might already be successful, but let's go more and more. Set the bar even higher. But now, on the flip side of that, some of you, I don't want you getting overstressed and thinking it's like, man, I'm not reaching my goal. I just keep shooting for more and more and I'm just not making it. Keep in mind, as you start making more and more progress, that bar of excellence gets raised higher and higher. So in fact, the fact that you're making so much progress and you feel like you're not reaching it, that's not necessarily the case. It's the fact that you're making so much progress that the bar that you set for yourself is always increasing more and more so. So it may seem like you're getting nowhere, but in reality, man, the amount of improvements you're making in your life, good job. It's very commendable. At the end of the day, read it. And last book, right here, different author. We got Tim Grover's Relentless. This one really just puts things in perspective of if you're just a high achiever, or at least you're trying to be, the big thing I took about it is at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. All right. Don't be expecting any praise. Don't get a pat on the back. You're there to do a job. Do it to the best of your ability. Don't expect anything in return. All right. So many times we live in a society where everyone wants recognition. There's participation trophies. There's pat on the backs. There's good job for doing the bare minimum. No, you shouldn't be seeking this type of recognition, this type of acknowledgement for a job that you signed up to do yourself. It's like you signing up for a job, okay? You applied, you interviewed, you got the job, okay? And you're getting paid top dollar to go ahead and do whatever task your boss assigned you, okay? And at the end of the day, you get mad because they didn't tell you good job, or you get a participation, a certificate here, good job, thank you for doing this task. Well, why are you expecting that? Shouldn't that already be expected of you for yourself? Why do you need to get recognition from someone else? Why do you need the validation from someone else? No, you are going in, you apply for this job, you are getting paid to do this task. Why is it that you all of a sudden expect something from someone else? That should just be a given. You came in, are expected to do this job as it is. So why would you want any other outside validation? No. At the end of the day, if you know you're that guy, you know you're him, or for women out there, you're her, all right? Do what it is that you have to do and move on. Okay, there's too much work to be done. There's too much gains to be made for you to just sit back and enjoy and expect anyone else to notice. At the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing these things to try to impress other people. You're doing it because you know that's what you have to do for yourself. And that's one of the biggest things I took from this book. At the end of the day, no matter how grand my accomplishments may be, I'm not going to expect anything from anyone. I don't need a pat on the back. I don't need a round of applause. At the end of the day, I did it because I know that's what I had to do. I'm not doing it to get the validation from you. I'm doing it because this is what I need to do to get ahead in life, to make something of myself, to set my family up for the success to come in the future, to look out for future generations. So at the end of the day, it's your job. Do what you have to do. Don't do it for others. Don't do it for validation. Don't do it for an applause. No, at the end of the day, you signed up for it. Get the job done. Move on to the next job. It's really as simple as that. So there you have it, everyone. Just 3 books that I recommend you meant to just really change your mindset. Now, again, don't get caught up in what all these other influencers, these gurus all say. I know some people think that reading self-help books is cringy. I read a handful of them where I think, yeah, they weren't worth it. But there's other books where I do feel like you could genuinely get something out of it. Now, do I think you have to read? Absolutely not. You really don't. You just have to do some type of learning, and you actually have to apply. I can read all these books all I want. You saw how many I have. I have stacks of them, but it would have been a complete waste of time if I didn't actually apply any of what I learned in those books to whatever it is that I'm trying to create. My job, my career, throughout my college experience, throughout my content creation here, if I didn't apply any of this, then realistically, I just read a bunch of pages for nothing. You don't have to read. Go ahead and listen to podcasts, but at the end of the day, if you don't apply whatever it is that you're intaking, then realistically, why are you doing it in the first place? You actually got to apply. They always say knowledge is power. That's not necessarily the case. Applied knowledge is power. That's when we actually get somewhere. So, Can't Hurt Me, David Goggins. Never Finish, David Goggins. Relentless, Tim Grover. 3 good books to really get you going. Comment down below if you have any other book suggestions, or if you want to know any more of the other books. As you saw, I have stacks of them. Comment down below, depending on what it is that you're trying to read more about. Finance, mindset, building muscle, whatever it may be, any facet of self-improvement, comment down below. I could give you plenty of book recommendations or podcasts for you all to listen to, because that's something I'm genuinely interested. So I got plenty of knowledge to share with you all, things that have helped me, and I'm pretty sure there are things that can help you as well. Also, comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help you all out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on both accounts. I put all my links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.